And I don't need all this code, so I'll just remove it. Guys, last session, I discussed on the at selection screen output. Okay, then I told that I'll get back to on the startup selection event, but I didn't come back on it because I forgot. Okay, so what is startup selection? Okay, so now I execute it. Okay, now what is the name of this screen? What is the name of this screen, guys?
Selection screen.
Selection screen. So selection screen, user will give the input and he will click on execute. Click on execute. Okay. Then once we click on execute, there is two events. Events on and execute. Okay. So first one is at selection screen, because whenever you do some interaction, at selection screen will be called. Next will be start of selection. If there is no error being raised in selection screen, then our program should run, right? So start of selection is the event. So if I don't write anything, if there is no event present, then also this is by default start of selection. Okay, so start of selection is the event which is called when we execute the selection screen. Okay, so first it will call the at selection screen for any kind of validation, maybe any kind of validation. If this validation is fine and our program should run start processing, then start of selection should be called. So this is the default event. So even if you don't write till now, in most of the program there is nothing, no event present. So by default this is start of selection. But let's say I am going to specify at selection screen and I'll write the code here, and this code should only run and execute, then I have to tell the system that this is the part of startup selection. Okay, this is the part of startup selection. Okay, so no worries, we'll be covering this more in the coming session. Okay, okay, so that's fine. So startup selection is there. Okay, I'll come to here. So okay guys, fine. Let me remove this. Okay. So we have three selection parameters here. Select options. One is the purchasing document. One is a purchasing document category. One is the document date. So purchasing document is present in which table? It present in header. It is also there in item. Okay. How about purchasing document category? So this purchasing document category is there in header, and document date is also there in the header. It is these two fields are not there in the item. Okay, let me go to the table output to find some test data. I'll go to EKKO using this probably. So is this the document type? Yes. So guys, so what is the selection parameter I have given here? Select option, this star. So now this 10 entries that satisfy that pattern. Okay. Out of these 10 entries, this 5 entry has the document type as NB. This 5 as UB. Is it clear, guys? The first 5 entries has the document type NB. Last 5 has the document type UB. Is this understood till now,
Yes, sir.
guys? Okay. So now let us come here. Let me put a breakpoint here. Let me put a breakpoint. Okay. So guys, so this is not a good practice. This breakpoint, don't put, please put this username once. Okay. So that this breakpoint only trigger for you. Okay. Now, so document category, and this is document type. No, I have a wrong field defined. So PSTYP, PSART, PSART, PSART. Okay, PSART. Go to text element, selection text, document type, activate. Now run. Okay. So now this entry I'll give whatever criteria I've given star. I'll give it here star, and here I'll give NB. And okay, and execute. Execute. So now the header data is getting selected. Okay, guys. All 10 records. Why? Why 10 records? Still I'm getting 10 records, guys. Because here in the table, only 5 records should come, right? I've given MB. 5 records should come. But here I'm still getting 10 records. What's the reason, guys? I'm only using PO number as a selection criteria in where clause. Okay. So first change in the program I want to do is that I want to include the select option for document type and BSART in S type. Okay. And also PETAT in S. Is this change is now understood by all? Line number 100 and line number 101. These two line I added. Everyone is able to understand what is this line?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let me run again. NB. So how many record I'm getting? Here guys, 5 records. Now my select query is correct. Okay. So now it is starting from 40 to 44. 40 to 44. Okay. So header data is selected correctly. Now let's, okay, there should be another breakpoint in the last break 2270332. Okay. Okay, guys. So in the header, I have 5 records starting from PO 40 to 45. 44, sorry. 40 to 44. Now, in the item, I have 14 records starting from 40, 44. Let me sort it. 40, 41, 43, 44. I should get only 8 records, but I am getting the record of 45 also, and the rest of the things also, right? Which I don't need. Do I need this PO details, guys, from the item? Do I need this line to be retrieved?
No, sir.
My business is only with this guys, right? Because I'm building a report on PO and the user has given the selection criteria. As per that criteria, it only fetch the record of this 40 to 44. Okay. Now I'm selecting the data from item and I'm getting every PO, rest of the PO based on the PO number. So what I'll do with this data? Do I need this data? Do I need this data?
No, sir.
No, because I don't have the header. If I get the item data, what I'll do? There is no use. Okay. If the data has no use, then we should not select the data from database. If a data will not be used, never select those data from the database, because if any data is getting selected from the database, it will consume time, it will consume memory, and these resources are limited. Okay, your performance will go down unnecessarily. Okay, so while selecting the data from the item, we should eliminate this entry from the item table. Okay, so how we can eliminate? How we can eliminate? So now, can I write the same syntax here in the item? Can I write this syntax? Yes or no? Can I write this syntax? Yes or no?
Yes.
Guys, can I write this syntax?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, let us find out. There is some error. It's saying unknown column BSART. Okay, we're selecting the data from where, guys? We're selecting the data from which table? EKPO. Does EKPO has this field?
No, sir.
Does EKPO has this field?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No.
No,
Then
sir.
how can we filter the record based on this field? Can we filter it? No.
Not sir.
No. But what is our motive? Everybody understood the motive? What is our motive? Guys, what is our motive? What we are going to achieve? Everybody is clear on the requirement?
Yes.
Okay. So my requirement is I should get these details, right? This item details. Only till this. I don't need this, right? I don't need this. Oh, I don't need this record. Okay? I don't need this record. I only need this record. Okay? So who can tell me why I only need this record? Record number 1 to 8. Why? Why I only need the record from 1 to 8? Anyone? No one? No one is following me? Guys? Why I want system to fetch the record from first to 8, not from 11 to rest? Why? Guys?
Sir, because we have to select from 40 to 44.
44.
So
Correct.
it will,
Okay. So I am concerned. I am concerned about a set of PO, not for all, right? I am more concerned about a set of PO, not with all. So where is that list? Where is the list where I can find out my concerned PO? Is there a list I can find out here, guys? Guys, I have a list of PO and I want only those PO data. I don't want all the PO's data. So where is that list of PO?
yes, sir, in the header. Before you
Yes,
have.
yes. Atulya, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, excellent answer. Header, the list is here. The list is here. So these are my concerned PO. The list of concerned PO are here. I only want the data of this thing. Okay. So this is a list for me. Okay. So what SAP has given a syntax here. Okay. The syntax is known as for all entry. Let me write it down. For all entries. Okay. This syntax allows us to select the record from database table based on the record available in another internal table. For example, LT for example, LTPO header is contains the list of PO. I want to retrieve the details of PO present in LTPO header. I want to retrieve the item details of of the POs present in LTPO header. So I will use for all entry on LTPO header. How to use I'll tell. How to use I'll tell. But this thing is clear. Is this thing clear?
Yes.
Everyone? Everyone is clear? Because
Yes,
this is
sir.
Yes,
a
sir.
part most of the new learner will face the issue. Okay. So please let me know if you have any challenge. How to use I'll tell. But you have to understand this text. Everyone is able to understand this? This.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Great. Okay. So now here is the where clause. This where clause I don't need. This where clause I don't need. So what I need here I'll write these things is same. What is the field list? What is the database table? That is fixed. Now here I'll write for all entries in LTPO header. Is it clear now, guys? This statement is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now
Yes.
there is a where clause here. Where? Okay. For all entry in here. Now where clause? EBELN equal to LTPO header EBEL. Now it's saying EP. Okay, this one. It's not the date. This is the P1. Okay. Now this is the syntax to use for all entry. Okay. So what is the thing we added? Here we are telling the system. So I want the entry from this table EKPO, and I don't want all the entry. Which entry I want? I want whatever records are there in this table, only those PO details I need. So here I have given for all entry in this, and what is the condition? So EKPOEBELN equal to LTPO header PO. So you only fetch the records whose EBELN field has the same value as LTPO. Okay. So what will happen? Now LTPO SDR has 5 POs. Now all the item details from those 5 PO will be fetched from EKPO. Let's run it. LTPO header, only 5 record, and these are the PO number. These are the PO number. The name of the field is PO. Name of the field is PO, and here we will be writing this. And let's see, we'll go here. Only 9 record we got. Previously we got 14 record. Now 9 record. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Okay. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. So I'm only fetching the record from the database table which are there here in this table. So now this syntax is clear to all, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, everyone. Now there is an interview question here. Interview question, please everyone note it. What what are the things you will consider when using oral entries? Okay. So point number 1, the internal table which is used in for all entry clause should not be initial. What is the meaning of should not be initial? Who can tell me? What is the meaning of should not be initial?
It should not have been selected.
Huh? Sorry?
It should not have been selected or checked.
No. No. Little bit like that partially correct. Can you explain me this statement in English? Plain English. No ABAP. You can explain, you can take an example or anything. Can you explain me this, the meaning of this statement? So we in ABAP we have initial Initial and not initial. Right? Two things. Okay. So initial means empty. Not initial means not
Not
empty.
empty.
Not empty or has records or values. Okay. So now can you explain me this statement? Who can explain me this statement? The table which is used in for all entries should not be initial.
That means the table which will be used should not be empty. It should have some records
Some
in it.
records. So in our case, which table should have a record? LT header or LT item? In our
LT item.
case, no, LT header.
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 Oh,
Okay, LT header. So let us try. And why? What is the reason? What is the reason? We'll see now. Everybody now understood this statement, right? Everybody understood this statement. Yes or no?
Yes,
yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What is the reason? We'll see now. What is the reason? We'll see now. Okay. So let me put a random PO number. Okay. Random PO number, or let me specify a criteria. Let me specify a criteria which does not exist. So I'll give this range and I'll give the document type as GD. Okay. So if I go here and okay, let me add. So now guys, this is I'll not explain it here now. Let me just see. Okay, so now this is the range I'm giving and BS Hayate I'm giving as GD. Is there any record in the table, guys? No table entries found for specified key. So there is no records that correspond to the database table. Okay, so now I execute. So how many record will be fetched now in the header, guys? How many record is fetched now in header? Guys, zero. Why zero?
Because no such records are there.
No such records are there. Correct. Now I will run this for all entry, and what is my expectation? How many records should be retrieved? How many records, guys?
All
33,961. Let me go to SC16. EKPO number of entry. Guys, this number is same?
yes, sir.
Yes. So why the table which is used in the for all entry should not be initial? Why, guys? If it is initial, what will happen? If it is
It will
initial,
all
what
the
will
record.
all
It will show all the entries.
it will select all the entries from the table. Okay. So this is the first condition, or this is a first point which we have to be very cautious, that the table which is used in a where clause or for all entries should not be initial. If it is initial, we'll get all the entry. Everybody is understood this point. How to overcome this, I'll tell you. But is this part is clear? This
Yes,
is
sir.
an
Yes.
interview question. Can please, everyone, please write it down. Please write it down and make a space for second point also. I'll tell the second point also. Please note it down. It's an interview question. No? I'll give you 1 minute for that. Please write it down. Please write it down. It's an interview question. 80% chances are there that they will ask you. 80% chance. Okay. So how to, now that we understood the point, how to overcome? Okay. So here we can write if LTPOHDR is not initial. When using for all entry, this thing is mandatory, guys. You should always check this thing because we're using for all entry here and we're checking here is not initial. Let us run it. Okay. So now this is empty, 0. So it will not go and select the data. Is this thing clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, okay. Now, so now in the report, I need the description of document type. Description of document type. Okay. So there will be a table. There will be a table which has these values. So this is the table 161. So now let's say UB. F means purchase order, no? Maybe purchase order, yes. So here I can pass F. F is fixed for purchase order and BSART. I can give UB. UB means whatever in the last it will be. STO. Okay. And next one was something NB. NB, I think so. NB. Okay, so this is not the table. I only need the text. So I can go to the text table if it is defined. It is defined, yes. And here I can give English. Here I can give NB and BSTYP is purchase order. I can write F and I'll give the entry standard PO NB and another is UB. UB is STO. So this text I need in my report. So what I have to do, guys? I have to define an internal table here. First, I'll define a work area type. Begin of DYS doc type. End of DYS doc type. And here I can write BSART or document type. Type is T161T, right? T161T this, and description is 161T description. Okay, and I'll define an internal table type tyt doc type, a standard table of s doc type, initial size is 0. So I'll take 15 more minutes today. Okay, class will end at 7:15. lt po doc type tyt doc type. So my work area, internal table is done. Now I want to select. I want to select. I want to select the entries from T161. So here I can write select BSART EA text from T161T for all entries in LTPO header where sparse language equal to style language. So logged in language. Second one is PSTYP. PSTYP is F. It's fixed for purchase order. And BSART. BSART is LTPO header document. This syntax is clear to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what it is doing, guys? 1 second. What is the error? Amazing. Into is missing. Into table LT doc LTPO doc time. Okay, let us see what is the result. Okay, so I'm not giving any other. I want all the 10 records for this series. Execute. And here I got how many records, guys? LT header, 10 records. Now this condition is satisfied, right? Because this is not empty. Now it will go and execute for all entries. So for all entry, I got 2 records. UP is STO, NB is standard PO. Okay. And now, and the item details also I fetch here. Here, I got 14 records. Okay. But there is an issue with this syntax. There is an issue with this syntax. Why? I'll show you why. Sorry, guys. This should not be there. Yeah. Now, here, this statement, okay? This statement will run how many times, guys? Internally. So this statement will run 10 times. Because we are doing a for all entries, right? We are doing a for all entries. Okay. So what system will do? For the first entry, it will check what is the document type, UB. It will select UB. Then second is also UB. Third is also UB. Fourth is UB. Fifth is UB. So 5 times it will fetch. 5 times it will fetch. Then again NB. So NB it will fetch. So do we want that select query to run 10 times for document type, guys? Do we need select query to run 10 times on T161? Do we want 10 times? Because we are fetching document type.
No, sir.
No. How many times we will run, then our purpose will be solved?
Twice.
Twice. Excellent. Who is that?
Sobhagya, sir.
Saubhagya. Excellent answer, Saubhagya. We only need the select query to run twice, not 10 times. Okay. But what we need? We need the unique value of document type. Unique value of document type. So what we can do? Here I can write another internal table, data, LT header doc type, like LT PO header. This statement should be clear to everyone. We already studied this. Okay. Now here what I'll do LT doc type is equal to LT PO header. So everyone is able to understand this line number 117. What it is doing, guys? Line number 117. Anyone, guys? What this
Yes,
line
sir.
is doing? What is this line? Give him. What this line is doing, guys? Okay. Let me debug and show you. Okay. Maybe then it will be more. It will give more clarity. Okay. So how many records are there, guys? In doc type table? 0 record.
0.
Now PO header has 10 records. Now this line will be executed. What will happen? Got all the records that is there in header. So this is an assignment operator, right? So whatever value here, we're assigning the same value here. So now LT doc type has 10 records. LT doc type has 10 records, correct? Now we will only keep two unique record, this and this, or any unique, two unique record will keep. Okay. So how to select the, or how to keep the unique record? First thing is sorting. First thing is sorting. What is sorting? Guys, what is sorting? So now if I select this and I'll click on this sort, what will happen? It is sorted. Sorted means it's sorted in the increment order. There is two type of sorting, ascending and descending. Descending means top to bottom, and ascending is bottom to top. Okay. So now if I select this and sort, what will happen? All the NB are together, then all the UB are together. Similarly, I can sort this. This is empty, that common came on the top, and this again got sorted. Is it clear, guys? What is sorting?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, what is sorting? Is it clear? Okay. So what we have to do to keep the unique value. So what is the criteria of unique value, guys, here? Based on document type. We want to keep the unique record based on document type, right? So what we have to do, we have to sort based on document type. So here I can write sort LT header document type by, then we can give the name document type. Okay, and also here is the option ascending, there is the option descending. You can sort in both the ways. Okay, so for my case, ascending will be fine. We can also um, also sort a table with multiple field like this. So first it will sort by the document type, then it will sort by the PO number. Okay. So now in our requirement, we only need to sort by document type. So sorting is done. Next thing is only keeping the unique value for the document type. So here we can write delete adjacent duplicate from header doc type, comparing document type. Comparing document type. Okay. Delete adjacent duplicate. It's self-explanatory. Delete, it will delete. Adjacent duplicate means what nearby records. Comparing document type. So now what will happen? Now the table is sorted by document type. So the NB document type are at one place, then after UB. So now if I do a adjacent, delete adjacent duplicate, okay. So what will happen? Let me run it again for you. So first step is a first step. I have sorted this. Now I'm telling the system delete adjacent duplicate, comparing document type. So what we'll do, two adjacent record. This record and this record is adjacent record. Okay. We're saying the delete adjacent record, compare document type. What it will do, this record and this record document type, it will compare NB. Same, delete this index 7. Row number 7 is deleted. Then this record will be compared. If the value is same, document type, delete. So what will happen? This 4 record will be deleted. Okay, now what will happen? This and this will be compared. Will it be deleted, guys? Is it same? Not duplicate, right? So NB will be there and this row will be there. Then this row and this row will be compared. This is UB, this is UB. Delete. So in the end, only 2 records will be there. Okay, let's see. Here in the doc type, we have 10 records. Sort it. Let's see, sorting has been done. Yes, NB is on the top, UB in the end. It is sorted. Then delete adjacent duplicate. Now, how many records are there, guys? NB and UB, 2 records. Okay, so I got a internal table where only 2 records is there. Okay, and I'll not use LT header here. I'll use doc type. Because LT header has duplicate values in the document type. So I created a new table, temporary table. I copied the value from the header. I sorted it. I removed the adjacent duplicate. Then I used that in a for all entry. So what will happen? Now internally it will only process for 2 records. Previously it was processing for 10 records. Okay. The second thing we have to process is delete adjacent duplicates. Comparing the fields which are used in where clause on where clause which is used in the where clause and uses for all entry table as values. as condition. Okay. So what is the prerequisite to delete adjacent duplicate? To delete the adjacent duplicate, the table must be sorted first. Okay, so there is 2 points that should be considered always when using for all entries. The first one is the internal table which is used in the for all entries should not be initial. Second, the adjacent duplicate should be deleted. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, but how means you said that we need not fetch the database 10 times, sir. So how
But internally,
it's
that's
happening?
happening internally. We're not writing a select single or select and singlet, but internally, even if this is a single statement, system is executing, right? Because system has to fetch the 10 records, the details of the 10 records. So internally also, there is multiple hit is happening. Okay. But there is a
Sir,
difference.
even up,
There is a difference between for all entries and select and select. Select and select performance is very bad. As compared to that, for all entry is better, but still internally multiple hit is happening by the system. That has to be avoided here.
sir, means even after using these three statements, it will internally hit the database.
Internally, because because we are telling that I have a list. There 5 records are there, 5 POs. I only need that 5 PO. How system will select? It will take the first PO, it will go fetch it, second PO, third PO, fourth PO. So internally somehow it is hitting multiple times. But it is not same as select and select. Select and select is more bad. The performance is so much of bad. For all entry is better than that. But still there is a chance that we hit the database multiple times internally. And we have to
Yes,
avoid
sir.
that.
Yes, sir.
We have to avoid. So how we can avoid? Delete adjacent duplicate. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I have that data from header. I have the data from item. So then I can build the final table, right, guys? Final table I can build. Final table I can build and I'll display. So that we already have done it. Okay. There's an alternate approach here. Okay. Alternate approach. Select. This is my header data. This is my header data from EKKO. So this data is coming from EKKO. And the rest of the data will come from where, guys? EKPO. So these are the entry. So what I can write here is inner join EKPO. Okay? Inner join EKPO. Okay, and here I can specify the field from EKPO also. Okay, EKPO, this inner join, and here I can specify the condition. EKKO EBELN equal to EKPO EBELN. Where EBELN in SPO and EBELP, not EBLP, BSART in S type and we eat that in S date. Okay. Now guys, what we are using here and here into into table LT final directly. We can get the data into LT final. So everyone is clear now, guys? This syntax. Two things here. First thing is the field list. This field list has all the data, all the field list from both the table, EKKO and EKPO. Second thing is we are using a inner join here. Inner join, what is inner join, guys? We already learned this a little bit in during creation of views. Okay, we specify the condition. Based on condition, the data from multiple table will be fetched. So here inner join EK PO and on condition is the joining condition. Okay, then into table and this is the condition. So what will happen? First system will put this restriction on the header. It will get the data. Then for that data, it will go and EK PO and it will fetch only those PO records. Okay. So two options. Either if this syntax is complicated for you, you can go for all entries. If this is clear, then you can go for either your choice. Okay. Let us check the syntax. It is giving error. The column EBELN is ambiguous. Ambiguous means something is not clear, is ambiguous. Okay. So EBELN is ambiguous means EBELN is there in EKKO, it is also there in EKPO. So which EBELN we are referring to? So here we can write EKKO. Okay, let's check the syntax. Same, BSTYP is ambiguous. So EKKO. Bookers is ambiguous. EKKO. EBLN is ambiguous. This we don't need. We're already fetching the PO number. This EBLN is ambiguous. EKKO. LT final is no, LT PO final. PO. Okay. So this also serve the purpose. Okay. So this will also give you the same result as for all entries. In for all entries, we are getting the data in two steps. We're getting header data once, and for that header, we're getting the item data, two steps. In inner join, you directly get the data in a single step. Okay. Now, which one is better? This is also an interview question. Can you write it down, guys, please? Inner join or for all entry? Inner join is always faster than for all entries. If the result can be achieved using inner join, sorry, not specific to inner join, using inner join, then we should go for inner join. Else, we have to go for all entries. Okay. Second is number of inner joins. Okay, number of inner join, number of joins. If number of joins is more than 3 or 4, we should break it to multiple, you break it and use for all entries. So let's say there is 6 table you have to fetch the data. So what you can do, you can fetch the data from 3 tables using inner join, and again you can use a for all entries. Okay, so if it is 3 or 4 tables and the result can be achievable using inner join, the answer is inner join. Okay, that is the first perspective. Second perspective is when like people are learning, they find inner join little bit more complicated. So they opt for all entries. So that is fine. But when the question comes whether inner join or for all entries, if 3, 4 tables, it has to be inner join. Okay, guys, is it clear?
But sir, using for all entries, we can remove the duplicate entries. In inner join, what we will do?
System will take care. System will. So internally, Saubhagya, it may hit multiple time or something, but the inner join is more faster than for all entries, 95% of time. You can run your test. You can what you can do, you can write a program, and you can test how much time it is taking in for all entries, and you can test it with inner join. Okay, so the performance is of inner join is much more faster than for all entries. So there will be situation or requirement where there is a existing report that running for minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. If you execute that running for 5 minutes, and they will tell you that the performance of this program is so bad, you have to improve the performance. Okay, so this is one factor you should look after when tuning a performance tuning. Okay, so during my journey, I have optimized so much of that. Some program was taking 12 minutes, 13 minutes of time to run. We have reduced it to 40 seconds, 30 seconds like that. Okay, so this is an important aspect when you are working on thinking from a performance perspective. So for all entry takes more time than inner join, 95% of time. Okay, so when you have a chance to replace for all entry with inner join, please proceed with that. Okay, if something you think cannot be done with inner join, you can use for all entries.